Y'all ready for this?
Here we go. Okay.
Oh,
Everyone
Oh,
take a deep breath with me. We're going to reset really quick and get into the world of Aeternal, returning to the city of Kael'vor. Take a breath in.
no, I will not take a breath in. There's a Molotov cocktail that is currently burning next to my feet. I'm not breathing in those fumes.
Wait, Kieran, you're not even there.
I am in that house.
I thought it was
I've-
me and Ophelia.
It's all of us.
No, it's all three of us.
All three.
Oh, well, it's only okay. Listen, it's been like
A month.
30 years. All right, how am I supposed to remember?
This is so true, bestie. So true, bestie. All right. So to that point, we bring you right back to the familial home where Corey Badgermole grew up. Someone has just thrown a glass bottle of alcohol with a flaming cloth tucked into the top part of the bottle. It crashes across the floorboards, rotted though they are, old though they are, weathered as they are. It's enough to shatter this bottle and spread flame through the floor. The three of you saw that come in from, if you're looking into the house from the front door, it came in from a window to your right. Now, Firestorm is up that same hall. He just got done in his bedroom, his parents' bedroom. Everything here has been stolen. Everything here has been repurposed. Everything here is essentially gone. What's left are the things that were broken or just not seen as worthwhile. Drapery and things like that in this house. I don't know if you guys were bougie, but I don't know that would have been the case. So there's things that are taken. Most of it is broken, but the bed is gone. And underneath that bed was the loose floorboard where you drew out those 3 records. Those pieces of information that I want to make sure that you remember. There is genealogical proof of who you are and what connection you have to Obsidian Badgermole. That's key. You also have a picture from when you were a child. When you might have drawn yourself and your family. I think it was actually just those 2 documents. If anyone remembers something different, please remind me. I've been sitting on this as well, but I've also been going to school, so I'm trying to get back in the swing of this one.
No, that was it.
Yeah, I don't recall anything else.
All right. At that point, if you're looking into the home, up the hall, away from the side window, and past the hearth, you would have been able to turn to the right, and that's your parents' room. So you would be coming back out and looking left to see the flame that is spreading into your home. Through that flame, you see your friends, Kieran and Ophelia, looking at you, front lit and underlit by these flames. What are each of you doing?
Well, Firestorm's gonna look at the flames and just shrug because this house is made of stone. So,
Kieran, even though he recognizes that it's made of stone, he actually just immediately claps his hands together. They both instantly turn to water, and he just...
Nice. Go ahead. Let's do this really quick. It's an older house. It's not that much of a flame issue. Go ahead and roll me. This is a magical effect. I'm going to say roll me will or aware to make this happen. Will is more appropriate thematically.
Yeah, I'm 100% imposing my will on this.
Okay.
And that is a 10 total.
That is a 4. So
Yes.
you crit. In this situation, essentially means you get exactly what you want and something to move you ahead. What detail about this situation, Kieran, do you want to glean? And do so quickly. We want to make sure we get everyone the chance to kind of be a part of this.
So basically what I do, I create a dome of water around it and slowly close it up so that it's contained, doesn't spread any further, and doesn't let the alcohol flush it anywhere else, right?
Yeah.
I'm treating it like a grease fire. I'm containing it, but then I'm also looking at the window and seeing if I can glean if there's anyone that's still nearby.
Yes, for sake of the continuity, it's taking concentration for you to bring this bubble of water and bring it closer and closer. Plus, it's technically part of you. So to leave it here would require you to reconstitute before you leave and do something about this. But this is what you see, and this is what you can inform your teammates of. As you glance over here, you're concentrating, but you look, and out there you see the top of a head, like just a shrouded, cloaked head, darting away actually past the window from where Quarry's just left. That room that he was just in, you don't know what it is, but someone's running that direction from the window that just threw in.
So basically, I see that and I go, Corey, go jump out your parents' window.
Done.
Brother just barrels, doom, 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 boom, and just crashes through this window. Glass shatters everywhere. Go ahead and make me a grace roll, Firestorm, just to make sure that you can land this well. Stick the landing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be super difficult, but I just want to make sure that we get something here.
Let me get my Firestorm dice out. I was using other dice, and then I realized I'm being stupid.
Yay,
Why
the
would you
birthday
do
dice.
that?
I love
Sponsored by Ophelia.
Yeah. Oh, hey, that's right.
Yes, this stream is sponsored by Trigger Happy Dice.
Let's go. Hey, that's a 10 on the dice.
Man, you are rolling in it because I got another 4. So as you jump out, because you are ahead of this, I'm going to help you. Not only do you successfully, how do you land? How do you do this? You tell me.
He lands rolling and then
Mhm.
rolls to his feet and immediately just is running again.
You are about to clothesline this individual. Do you proceed?
I do proceed right through him.
Boom! This guy literally feet up in the air. I don't know if you've ever seen someone clotheslined. It is not pretty. They're going to have some major whiplash. This person
It's real
slams into the
pretty.
ground. What's that?
I said it's real pretty.
I've been clotheslined before. It does not feel very pretty.
Okay, Ophelia, that leaves you. So you just heard Corey, go through your parents' window. What are you doing?
Real quick, 2 things with it. Just 2 observations. A, I love how ride or die Quarry is with Kieran, that he will just listen to him when he says crazy crap like that.
Just immediate go.
But B, the other one, dwarves are natural sprinters. They're very deadly in short distances.
You shut up. You shut up. That's funny.
just immediate thoughts. I was like, yes.
Yes. Love it. Okay. Ophelia, what are you up to? What are you doing?
Well, I was also going to check the window, go after the dude, but seems now they've already taken care of it. I'm just gonna make sure that our assailant stays down, because we're outside, which means there is green, which means that Ophelia can summon a vine to keep this guy in place.
Yes, there is vegetation under a layer of snow, I will specify. But even dormant though it is, your magic is enough. Go ahead and make me a roll. And how much mana do you want to add to, unless you think that you're strong enough to just keep this guy down?
Karma.
You tell.
I have a question.
Yes.
Why is there snow?
Because it's winter. What are we talking about?
I thought we were inside of a mountain.
You were, and then you left the mountain for your ancestral home on the outskirts of town after you guys had traveled through several snowstorms that worsened as you approached town before you arrived. Remember that?
We didn't talk about this at all.
Okay.
That didn't happen.
So, okay. Yeah, continuity errors. All right. So there's snow. It's about 6 inches thick, but it's enough to get you slowed down. And especially someone like Ophelia might have issues, but not for this. So Ophelia, you go ahead and tell me if you want to even add a modifier to this. You're pretty strong. I'm not going to tell you what kind of dice I'm going to be rolling with, but what do you think? Do you want to add, or do you just want to roll with it?
I'm going to throw in a mana just in case, because I don't know what kind of assailant we're actually dealing with.
That's great. Go ahead and roll, and then let me know your total.
Am I rolling? I'm rolling will, I'm assuming.
You're rolling will, yes. When it comes to forcing your will into the situation or using magic to change a situation within, then you're going to need to use your will. Awareness is about detecting that kind of an operation.
Okay, so that puts me a 14 total.
With a 6, you crit.
That didn't go nowhere.
Now, it's funny because this Molotov looked like it was coming at you guys. This is a targeted hit. It's got to be a targeted hit. As you are barreling down together, Kieran, you have just wrapped up dousing the flames. You are able to then bring and reconstitute that water into your body again. You now have your arms again. From there, Firestorm, you are like a linebacker that just got done landing a massive hit from across the field. You're hyped up. You turn around. You see this person on the ground. Can hardly move, just trying to get his bearings. His eyes are rolling a bit. And then suddenly you see a flash of snow from the ground as bright green vines lash up and start to interweave over his middle, over his ankles, and over his wrists. His wrists are then stretched by these vines high above his head, and his feet, his ankles, are brought as far down and together as close as possible. Now, at this point, the person is starting to get a little more bearings. In fact, let me make sure that that's the case. His will, okay. So not great. He's still kind of rowing a little bit. He's wearing a black, kind of tattered cloak.
What race is he?
You'd have to come up to him and pull down a face mask. It's completely covering his nose.
What race does he look like based off his... I'm laying on him, Dale.
Okay. If you're laying over the top of him, then you like push yourself up and look down. He's got a very strong brow, like certain stone brows.
Oh, okay. All right.
But otherwise, he's cloaked. He's got his hood up, and he has a face mask. So you could pull that down, but his eyes, rich brown. And go ahead and roll me either smarts or aware. I'll let you choose.
Probably aware, because I'm not very smart. All right, let's see. Where are you? That is a 9.
9. You still beat it with his total of 7.
Let's go.
As you press up and as you look down at this person, you realize, looking at his face, this is a kid. This is a teenager. This is pretty much on the cusp of adulthood, but he's... Hold on. And I imagine that you would shove yourself up, maybe stand up and just kind of look down at the whole package, because this is just... What the heck is going on here? This random dude comes and Molotovs your house? Ophelia, Kierden, as you guys, I'm assuming you're running out here as well. You round the corner or go out the window. I don't know what you guys would do. And you see this scene. Firestorm standing over the top of the dude, not talking yet. Firestorm, what do you do? Like how do you interact here? What is this?
I think my initial thought is going to be that this is just some kid that maybe was hired by somebody else to do some nefarious things.
Yeah.
And so his initial reaction is going to be to question him. Like,
oh, yeah.
All right, lad. What are you doing throwing Molotovs in my house?
This kid is so out of sorts. Your house? Your house. This is the home? And he's trying to bring his arms back down to touch his face and just clear out the sleep that almost just overtook him from that impact. But frankly, to wipe off the snow that's now melting on him. But he's just out of sorts. The people that lived here died 70 years ago, okay?
That's me.
Yeah, did you kill him? Did you come after him?
Listen. Why you here throwing Molotov cocktails through the window?
No. Nope.
I'm gonna hit him. Punch him right in the
nose. He's tied up, dude. There's no dice that I can roll to defend him right now. Go ahead and choose how much damage you are capable of doing and whether or not you throttle that back.
I'm definitely gonna throttle it back.
Sure.
Just to be clear.
What kind of damage are you gonna assign him right now?
I'm just gonna say let's do. Well, I'm a big beefy dude and I've got 20 health, so I'm gonna do 2 damage, 2 health to him.
Okay, he takes 2 damage. You I don't know if you like stomp on him or punch him, but you give him a good wallop just with that one hit, and he is. Oh, okay. Yeah. You deserve the cocktail. These people are some of the best of us. What you don't get is that it's because of them that people like I have a hope for the future. These people are the reason I keep going.
Who are these people?
The Badger Moles.
That's me.
Okay,
Yeah, Kieran
really?
will walk up as he starts to say really. Kieran walks up, smacks him, just yes,
Yeah.
really. Like not even trying to hurt him, just like getting him to shut up. Yes, really. Did you not hear the announcement through the city that Quarry Badger Mole, as he points to him, has ascended to the throne?
There's no living heirs. I get why it's so important to the new king or whatever you are. But listen, people like
he disappeared
you
70 years ago and is back
I'm sure
today.
that makes sense to some people, okay? I don't believe
Shows
it.
the lightning and then the water. Yes,
cool
it does.
trick, bro.
Okay,
I am made
listen,
of water, you
lad.
idiot.
lad. If you respect
light.
the family so much, why are you throwing cocktails through the window?
He's strung up still. He's got all this attitude and he's still strung up.
It's just, there's certain belief systems and actions, and they're not syncing up. It's not making sense.
Because I value their memory more than I value what you might do to tarnish it. You laugh. It's because of you people that my brother died in the Amorous Cove. I've been on the
When?
streets ever since.
When did he die in the Amorous Cove?
Okay. Let's play this game.
No, I'm
Amorous
asking
Cove.
because that's my city. When did it happen?
You remember when there might have been a giant storm, when there might have been this crazy freaking dragon that crawled out of the Colosseum? No one knew what was happening. And then another dragon shows up in the sky and suddenly everything goes back to normal? Yeah, part of the debris that came off of the Colosseum, my brother was a guard. My brother...
At this point, Kieran will say, Ophelia, let the vines go.
Yeah, by this point, she's already let him up.
And Kieran he'll offer his hand as he says, I am so sorry that
He
I couldn't
slaps
save
your
your
hand
brother."
before you can finish it. He rolls himself over onto his hands and knees, and he's just gripping the snow in his hands, bare hands. He might have like gloves with the fingers cut off, but they're so tattered. You realize, how long did it take you to travel here, guys? You traveled across the entirety of the continent of Malbanara. Months of travel. And this young man has somehow managed to survive in that time and barely gotten the knowledge, or maybe he got the knowledge instantly. You don't know, but his brother is gone.
And at this point, I am going to be obstinate.
How do you
I am
want to play
going-
that?
I am going to lift him to his feet, grab him by the back of his clothes, lift him to his feet, turn him around, look him dead in the eyes, and say, I did everything I could to try and save as many people in that city as I can. I am genuinely sorry that I couldn't save your brother, but I will do everything in my power to make sure you are fine going forward. Come back with us to the Temple of the God's Hand, and we will help you.
Make a will roll. It's his will against yours.
Well then.
Are you taking a picture?
No.
Here on the podcast, we love getting top rolls on our dice. We take pictures, we share it, so we can all celebrate and have fun together.
That's a 14
seems
total, by
like-
the way.
That's what?
It's a 14 total, by the way.
Oh my gosh. You doubled what he got. This young man has been through hell.
One other thing I want to make sure that I
Yeah.
stress with this, I
Go
have
ahead.
no power coursing through my eyes. It is just Kieran.
Do you reveal? I don't. The last time we talked about you having a little bit of that cloud cover of your hair kind of disguising you, we had that kind of fade out for a little while. Is that still the case? Can we see your expression, your face, your eyes?
Yeah, 100%. Like his hair is still always a little bit of wispy because it's always a little bit of storm cloudy-ish.
Yeah.
But he's intentionally pulling that back as much as he can to show that it is just hair underneath it. And he's looking him dead in the eyes. He's got, again, no inclination of any kind of power going in it.
Yeah.
Just pure conviction of, I couldn't save your brother, but I will be damned if I cannot save you.
Yeah. Let me do this then, because you got a crit with that one. Quarry and Ophelia, I think that you would notice this as well. Just because this roll was such a good roll, I want to make sure that you guys clue into this as well. As he's using these words, each of you has your own feelings. Like, Quarry, I know you might be pissed. In fact, what's going through your head right now?
Well, he's kind of hit home, so I'm frustrated about the lack of recognition for the Badger Moles.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of this weird, like, everybody in the Badger Mole's been dead, but now he's, like, announced himself, but also nobody believes him, but also, like, why couldn't we be a whole time to help these people? But also, like, this kid was there in one of the worst times of my life, which was, or most tragic events of his life, I should say.
Yeah.
And just like there's a lot, I think mostly he's feeling sad for this kid. He feels really bad about having punched him.
Even you're like conflicted because he freaking Maltoved your house.
Yeah,
Your
like
parents'
what a
house.
stupid way to show your conviction. Like, but
Right.
also like this kid.
Yeah. Now, Ophelia, what are you feeling, or what are you curious about even in this situation? Do you want to try a different nuance to this or more information?
I'm not sure what more kind of information there would be to glean
Yeah.
just yet, especially kind of seeing this kid's condition. He seems not very forthcoming. He seems to just want to get all his feelings out, so she's content to just let him, honestly.
Ophelia, you're watching this Firestorm. You're seeing this kid. And Kieran, as you say these encouraging words, almost the most compelling, not demand that this kid has ever heard in his life. He hears the words, and there's just this. He goes from rage and anger and pain, stands up and looks you in the eye, and he kind of has this, just this come to Jesus look, like, oh crap, this guy, one of these guys could take me out. He almost did. So now he's waiting for the gut punch. He's waiting for the final blow, and it doesn't come. And now that he is looking you in the eye and hearing these words, the look that hits his eye with your perception, well, excuse me, with your will, you're able to persuade him. But with the crit, I want you to realize that the fear you see behind his eyes is less about following through with what you have said and more to do with why he was sent. He's convinced. He can't run away. He can't get out of this. He is going with you, and he will do so willingly. But
I see
there is a
that.
secondary.
I see that, and I look around for a second and I go, come with us into the house real quick. There's something I need to talk to you about before we go further.
You want to take
This
me
is
back
not
into the
going to-
house I almost blew up?
This is not going to change the
It's
help
made
that
us
I'm going to
stolen,
give you.
lad. It wasn't gonna do anything.
This is not going to change the help that I'm going to give you, but I need to make sure that what I'm about to say to you is not heard by other people.
Fine. Do I follow you? Do I need an escort, or am I free to walk?
You're free to walk. Just come with me. When we go into the house, I make sure I'm the last one in. I close the door, and I'm like, oh, I hope this works, even though the windows are shattered. And I cast Cone of Silence.
Nice. Go ahead and mark off your mana. Make sure that you're tracking that.
I should probably be at about 5 now, because I imagine, well, no, probably 6, because to contain the fire probably was only 1 mana.
I'd give it that.
And I know
now,
the silence takes 2,
So this happens, and you watch this kid. You guys have experienced this. This kid has never experienced something like this. So the minute outside you hear the cold, icy wind, the breeze going through buildings and over the empty fields, you hear snow scattering against windows on the neighbor's house and even drifting into the now exposed open air of this house. And suddenly it all goes gone. What happened? Did you do that? Did you do that?
Yes, because I needed to make sure no one can hear what I'm about to say, because I think I know what's going on.
Enlighten me.
House Hammerspell put you up to this, didn't they?
he's actively weeping. There's so much that he feels like he can't say. You get that vibe off of him. And the fact that you just guessed a name and he's now bawling, you're not sure what to make of that. Each one of you has the ability to investigate here, but it's going to require your mind stats. Senses for observation, perception, and smarts to try and deduce something here. This kid's got a D6 base, which means the highest stat he could roll is going to be +3 at any time. But here's the deal. He didn't have very high rolls when it came to his soul stats. In fact, a lot of what we were doing just now had very physical elements, and that was probably the highest he was going to roll. So if you're going to detect anything, try and get him to spill something. Maybe his intelligence isn't up there, or maybe he could be persuaded again. Let's see what happens. I want you guys to try and push this kid to give you something. What does he know? What happened here?
I think Kieran has done enough pushing right now. So the most I'll leave him with right now is just remember. And I'm concentrating on holding the zone, because I imagine I probably need to concentrate on that a little bit more, given the broken windows. Mm-hmm. And I need you to know, no one can hear what is being said in this house. You are free to speak. Everything you will say will stay here with us.
We'll see. And from there, Kieran, I imagine you would kind of not even like physically step back, but you've kind of retired just to keep the spell going, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm not focusing enough, so some of the storm clouds are starting to drift down. Not enough to cover my face, but it's just the drifting. Like, okay, like I can't concentrate on that. I have to concentrate on this.
Ophelia and Quarry, you guys are now available to pursue further information. Now, again, you can use your soul stats. You can convince him. You might even use magic to get him to spill the beans. But keep in mind, as you guys are, part of the reason we went through that big intro with your vices, virtues, and callings was so that you guys would learn what it means to stay true to your character. Now, other games might say it's what my character would do in a toxic way. I think we can all detect when someone is using their character's build to be a dick. But in this situation, we're aimed at the story. We're trying to provide an experience for everyone here. Kieran has just volunteered to step away. This isn't his fight, but he's going to help you to do the thing that you are built to do. Maybe the things that you are naturally given to do. So
pointing out, Kieran, I very directly said, like, as soon as he's like, yeah, my brother died in the Amaris Cove, Kieran immediately became obstinate. Like, no, I need to know. And it's partially because Kieran kind of has a hero complex.
Just a little one.
He cannot stand people suffering. So kid says that his brother died in my own town. It's like, that might be my fault.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix this.
Right.
And now he's obstinate and he will not be swayed.
Corey, Ophelia, what do you think?
He's gonna go talk to him. He's gonna be like, "Look, lad, what's your name?"
He kind of gets big for a minute. Flame Rod.
Flame Rod. All right, that's a cool name.
He kind of deflates a little bit.
Does he
Flame
look like
roll.
he? Does he look like he hasn't eaten in a bit?
With the cloak over him, the ratty cloak that he's got on, you can tell that he might have been. He's actually kind of between your height, between Corey and Ophelia. He's a little shorter dude. As far as Stonebrow are concerned, but his broad-shoulderedness isn't enough to kind of hide the bony protrusions of his shoulder blades. And if his hood were down, in fact, I would imagine that he came into the house and dropped the hood. As you saw him kind of turning around and making sure, looking at the magic, go ahead and roll me senses, actually. Let's see how well you could detect this. And what aspect are you rolling? Not just what kind, what stat or what trait you're rolling. What trait did you roll? Senses. That's right. So mind.
Yeah.
For him, he's not even going to really add a modifier to this. I rolled to make sure that you could see what we're dealing with. The total to beat is a 4.
I got a 6.
Okay. As he's looking around the room, it's hard at the moment, but you're able to catch bones sticking out of his neck as his cloak falls back. You actually aren't even sure that he's wearing anything outside of a tunic to cover himself. The warmest thing he has is a ratty cloak, and bones are protruding. He's not doing good.
Okay, well, Ophelia almost always, because this is the thing with all my characters, they pretty much almost always have some kind of snacks somewhere on their person. So she's gonna just go into her pocket, pull out one of the rolls that she got from the bakery, and she's gonna hand it to him.
He's going to cross his arms. He's going to look down, look up, and just do a little back and forth for a second. But he ultimately doesn't take it, but he's looking you in the eyes like, are you serious right now?
And she's gonna look back at him like, yeah, I'm serious.
He snatches it from your hand and starts just gobbling this sucker down. And I don't know how old the roll is. It doesn't matter. He is chomping, noshing through this thing as fast as he can.
No, it would have been just from that morning.
So it goes down pretty fast. It's fresh. As he's noshing, my name's not Fire Rod. I didn't want you to know. My name's Stupid. It's not stupid, but I don't like it. Horseshoe. My parents named me Horseshoe.
That's a good name. My name's Quarry. Quarry Badgermole. That's right. That's me. And then, in fact, he's going to pull out the papers that they just got from under the boards or stone rather, and show him.
What is this?
It's proof that I am who I say I am.
Can I see it?
I'm actively showing it to him.
He's like looking at it and like, he like squints at it a minute and like you get the feeling like for whatever this is worth, he's putting on a show.
Ah, he doesn't know how to read. Let's see if we can just roll with it. You see that? That's proof.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
He really doesn't want to look dumb, so I feel like that's the vibe I'm getting from him. So I'm like, I am telling the truth, but also
Yeah.
I'm just.
Kieran is sitting there maintaining the spell, but he also is seeing exactly what's going on. And it's just like, play it cool. You're doing the right. Like it's that. Like if Corey were to look at him, he's giving him that look like you're doing the right thing. Don't make him feel dumb.
So
That awkward moment when I Maltov your house and now I can't read to prove whether or not you are who you say you are.
you see, Horseshoe, if you really want to help maintain and appreciate the legacy of the Badger Moles, the best thing you can do is help us out. Because the people who sent you, well, surely they're enemies of the legacy that you hold dear.
They've been the ones that have kept me warm and dry for this long.
Warm
I-
and dry, brother.
Look,
They're using
I know
your
what it
skin
looks
and
like.
bones.
I know what it looks like. I'm trying to tell you, I only went a couple weeks ago because I had nowhere else to go. At least with my brother working, he could send me some supplies. He could send me money so that we could pay our rent.
Take
After,
the food that Ophelia offered you. You need it.
I've been noshing on that.
Mhm.
Where'd you get that?
Oh,
That's good crap.
that's right. He did take it.
Yeah.
Sorry, blanked for a
You're
second.
That's the past few weeks. I was able to get some food. I was able to get shelter, and all I had to do for payment was to be an errand boy, to deliver parcels, to deliver messages, and to basically like be a courier, like a runner. Even that's all they wanted from me. But
Until
I got
today.
to sleep in a warm bed, warmer than it is out there right now.
I understand. Listen. We can offer you the same things, or better, but that's not what I want you to take away from this. What I want you to take away is that we are trying to do everything we can to bring back the glory of the Badger Mole and to make this city the proud spire of the Stonebrow Kingdom again, and make sure that there are no little boys, little girls, or starving in the streets. Okay?
That's a
Kieran's
big
about
goal.
to open his mouth, and then he holds his tongue because he was about to be like, "We're also trying to stop what happened to the Mayor's Cove before it gets to that point."
Smart man.
he was about to just but plays it off as though he's breathing to maintain the spell.
Yep.
Maybe later.
I never got a name. I just look, I can tell you what I know.
Were there any
My
symbols
brother
on
was
their
my brother was
clothes?
supposed to send me a package for my birthday, and instead I get a letter of condolence from the Empire. So
And
17
Kieran
years
looks,
old and I'm still on my own. It's whatever.
Kieran looks confused for a second. That shouldn't have come from the Empire, unless he was part of the detachment of the Empire that they sent to the Mayor's Cove. The Mayor's Cove is independent.
No, yeah, you're right. Like my brother was part of the Empire. There was an envoy there that was in charge of some prison exchange that was relevant to some crimes that were happening there. He was stationed there just to facilitate the transfer. The Empire would have handled it, and then it would have been anyone's business, he would have been back here in a couple months. Frankly, he would have been here when you guys got here.
So we knew him. I don't say that out loud. Like, that's me talking.
Mm-hmm.
Because we were part of that transfer. Because it was for
Mhm.
freaking Clegger.
Yeah, freaking Claire.
Clegger sucks.
Even when he's
Literally ruins everything.
not here. Even when he's not here, because he causes problems.
That's the last thing we heard from Clegger was that he just disappeared, right?
Yeah, we don't know where he went. And he's still managing to cause problems even when he's not.
We
And they need
think it's inconclusive because they had the guy that could do the face changing again.
Mm-hmm.
We're like 70-ish maybe % sure that we caught him because we found him pretty quick, but we're not 100% because we don't know if that was his face.
Correct. Now,
if I see him again, though, he's dead.
Oh yeah, for sure. This young man, Horseshoe, is doing his best to just keep a level head. He looks dodgy, dude. He's looking around like, I know we're in an area of silence or whatever. I'm still not at ease. And he's described his living conditions. He's described the favors he's offered. He's a courier, and that's great. All three of you, I wonder if there isn't an angle that you can tap into that role that he's been going on for the last little bit. Couriers, think about it this way. Why would you hire a mercenary when you find instead someone desperate for food and shelter? Yeah. You don't have to pay them with money. This is the least expensive option to get from point A to point B when it comes to the exchange of information, or especially to keep something quiet.
Kieran will look at him and just go, so they never gave you a name. Did you ever see any symbols on their clothes or on the documents they gave you?
Yeah. A lot of the time I was dealing with the masks. They're the, what's their full, it's not the masks of Fey Ra. That's not the right name. They're a new religious group. They have like these long robes. They always have like a hood on top, but they wear these porcelain masks that, like, they're not even like bad people either. They just talk to people and say, hey, I see you're having a hard time. They did the same thing with me. I see you're having a hard time. We want to help you out. How about you come over and we'll get you some food, some shelter. All we need you to do is run some letters. All we need you to do is dig a trough. All we need you to do is mine. Like, just little honeydew stuff.
I did see a few of those, the people he's talking about in town.
Well, I know they like hanging out. Like, you guys were talking about the chapel temple.
Temple of God's Hand. Or would it be the chapel? Because the temple's in Brule, right?
Yeah, the chapel of God's Hand.
So the kid would only ever know it as the chapel of the God's Hands.
Yeah.
The masks like to hang out there a lot because they it's kind of like faux pas to like preach on the front doorstep of someone else's chapel. But like they stick around for those that are kind of frustrated with a deific lifestyle. And they're much more about just being heard than I've seen. Oh, excuse me. I hit that roll too fast. But as far as I've seen, they're definitely more about affirming the self. Like, I felt really validated when I told them I was pissed. Why would the gods want, and they talked about it a lot. Why would the gods force that to happen? They didn't. That was just people being dumb. That was dumb people being dumb. You don't need to give gods affection. You just need to focus on the reality that people are stupid, the reality that people are going to make stupid decisions, and that when it's all said and done, you can either choose to be angry, you can choose to be sad, or you can choose to put your life and your effort into something more constructive. That's what they told me. Is there more? Like, The three of you are just kind of staring at me right now, and I'm not really sure how I should take that. Are you going to eat me, or am I free to go?
Well, you'd
Sorry,
make good jerky.
A pun. Ha.
Kieran's still holding his hands. He just goes, "If I didn't have to hold my hands together to maintain this, I would have smacked you. Not you, him. I would have smacked Corey.
Oh. That's refreshing.
You didn't deserve that joke. That's
Yeah. Thanks. I guess.
Well, thank you for helping us figure that out. Now we know who we need to investigate because we need to know who they're connected to. If they were actually a group about helping you improve yourself, they wouldn't tell you to commit arson. They wouldn't tell you to commit a crime, even though the building is abandoned.
It's weird, though. Go ahead and roll a will. Each one of you roll a will just to see if you can help persuade him to get more into this. Because he recognizes something's off. But it's like, it's not even just like, oh, they made me commit arson. There's something weird about how he was told.
I got an 11.
11's a good roll.
We are friends now.
I got a nat 1.
Oh, no.
That's still like a. I think it's still a 5.
Shut up.
So Corey's sitting there, is like,
Yes. Feelings. Information. Backstory. Yes.
Kieran's sitting there, hands clasped, perfectly maintaining the spell, but also just like, this. You know this is fishy.
Yeah. The thing about it is as you're challenging him, even just giving him that bombastic side eye, he's like hearing all of this, and with that crit, Ophelia, I actually want to give you the full detail. Actually, you both got massive crits. I'm sorry, Corey, you weren't able to work on that, but you barely missed. I will say that you barely missed it. The other two do pick this up, and just by looking at this kid and just really, you're just going to say that and not let it go. Well, it wasn't like, look, it's weird. Like, mom and dad were never really involved with us before they left, but when they were trying to be a good mom and dad, like, they would, you know, that thing when a parent tries to like get you to do something without telling you to do it. Oh man, wouldn't it be great if we could go to the park? It's a shame that you haven't picked up your room. It's a shame. But it was worse than that, because they weren't trying to get me to like do arson. They were like, they tried to say it like, this deceiver, and he points at Corey. This deceiver is coming to try and defame the Badger Moles. And that's not, and he kind of gives you the one up. That's not the vibe. They took my anger. Oh my gosh, they took my anger. They tried to redirect me to do something stupid. They sent me to deliver medicinal supplies. The alcohol that I was using was medicinal. It's used to clean wounds. They sent me to a tailor to drop off supplies. And then they sent me over here Did they set me up?
Sounds like it.
All of a sudden, he just gets real quiet and real nervous.
Hey, look at me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do not blame yourself for other people. They're the ones who tried to manipulate you, and that is no fault of yours.
Okay.
And remember, if someone was trying to hear what was going on in this room, they can't.
Why would they do that? They tried to bring me shelter. They tried to feed me. They tried to get me out of the cold.
Sometimes people look for a scapegoat wherever they can get it.
I don't know where to go. I'm not going back there. I can't go back there. They have shelters. They have tenement houses in all of the districts across the city. Each of the 7 houses has a district, and each of the districts has a tenement house from the masks. Phthora, I think they spell it Phthora. Phthora.
Okay. What district were you typically in when you were staying with them?
You said it, Hammerspell. Like the region of the city that's like right underneath. They have a giant freaking pillar in the upper city, like right close to the mountain, close to the volcanic cone. But like just below that part of the ring around, it's just kind of that arc down in the lower rings where most of the city is. It's actually kind of close. It's like between the inner ring where like the main wall and protection is for the upper class, the fancier folk, and the outskirts of town. It was about midway. I'd give it like half a mile between the two, and that's where I went. It's the only one there is. They I think they have a weird convention for their names. It's like they call this one the House of Absolution. Like these guys feel like a cult. Why is I about to join a cult?
Sounds wicked.
Oh, shit.
People like that fear on desperation and fear. They play on that. And you've been in a rough patch for a while.
Well, they hang out.
Don't
you
feel
guys
bad.
were saying that you were going to go to the chapel, but the masks are there. The masks hang out outside of the chapel. I can't go there. Where can I go?
We can go in through the back door. We're friends with Jeffrey, the leader of the chapel.
You're friends with the leader of the chapel?
Yeah. That's why I said we can go there to get you help. And if you want to work for it, I'm sure he'd be more than willing to put you to work. It's not going to be glamorous. It's probably going to be mopping up floors and
it's going to be warmer. If I'm just staying in that one building, it'll be warmer than what I'm doing for these guys.
And if you need food, go to the root. Do you know where the root and branch is?
No.
Right, I'll take you there.
Okay. And he the group has been so kind and warm after literally vandalism and arsony just about took place. And so he finally, he can hardly look Quarry in the eye, right? Dude is just finally these two have kind of bantered back and forth. Even as the zone of silence is still up, he kind of just... Sorry. To Quarry.
He's gonna put his arm around his shoulder and say, "Don't you worry, kid. I was a stupid lad too. Probably a lot more than you, to be honest."
Can we go? I'm cold. This zone of silence thing is nice, but it doesn't stop the cold from getting in. I still feel that.
He's gonna do what he can to heat him up.
Brother, you are the firestorm. Your body temperature sits at a balmy 105 on the daily.
Well, yeah.
Kieran will show. Yeah, we can go. But first, when I drop it, don't make a noise. Don't move. I'm going to leave the room first. I'm going to make sure we're alone.
Okay.
the green dissipates from the windows and the door, and Kierden opens the door, walks out, takes a quick look around, and then because this has worked in the past for him on multiple occasions, he'll just pull a, I know you're behind the tree, because if I remember correctly, there's a tree like next to the house, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you're behind the tree.
Go ahead and roll senses or aware.
I'm going for aware. Because that is a balmy 12. Plus 5, baby.
12.
You crit. But just barely. So, this is an older part of town. All the buildings here, if they're not occupied, they are dilapidated. And even if they are occupied, they're kind of run down, right? It's like if you were to go down to Idaho Falls, like where I grew up, it's very kind of worn. It's tired. It's like most of the buildings, they used to stand tall and now they're sitting down, hunched over, trying to sit upright.
Mm-hmm. It's like McDonald's used to look like a place for kids, and now it looks like a worn out middle-aged man.
Yeah. Oh no. Those kids grew up into middle-aged men. Yikes. So
it's like Trix. It's like Trix cereal. We grew up and we just look at a business instead of a happy place.
I hate you. You look at the freaking tree, okay? I didn't need that nostalgia bomb, but okay. We're looking at a tree now. You walk up to this tree, and do you go cautiously or do you go right up to it?
Well, I walk up confidently.
Oh yeah, you walk up.
I like Kierden legitimately has no idea that someone's there. He is playing this up as hard as he can.
Mm-hmm. As you do, you come up. You see footprints that lead to the other side of the tree in the snow. You walk forward confidently, and as you come around the other side, you see that same trail of footsteps going past the tree, up the road. And at the far end, standing in a tall, almost inhumanly thin, but covered in this regal white robe, there is a porcelain mask that covers the entire face, except for 2 eye slits and a mouth slit. All you can see is 3, almost like freckles. There's a triangle of 3 diamonds on each of the porcelain cheeks. The mouth has very small painted lips across the center of that opening, and a black line that goes where the chin might split if it was a cleft chin. And the minute you see this person, your hearing shifts, your heartbeat moves into your head and your ears. And as you're hearing the
I don't even get a roll against this.
The sounds that come to you of the snow and the wind and the distant sound of people and travelers crunching through the first fresh layer of snow of the day. You see about 50 yards up the road, there's maybe 5 or 6 or 7 houses in between you and this person, but it's a small lane between the backsides of these houses on the major streets. This person stands, looks at you with a blank porcelain mask, feminine, or maybe it's like asexual, like just it's kind of masculine and feminine together, but they're looking tall.
Androgynous.
The hood is up. Androgynous. Thank you for the word. They look at you, and you blink, and that person is gone. Your heartbeat goes back into your chest. You're no longer hearing your own blood in your ears. The sounds of the city return to you. You hear a baby crying in the next house over. You hear a dog woo, 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 barking because he realizes that something freaky just happened. I don't know what it is, but this is a stranger. And now there's a stranger that's here. I'm going to bark at him. He's 3 houses up the road. What the frick is he barking at you for? But he is.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of you guys, you follow outside.
I would signal something like, it's okay to come out now.
You guys go ahead. And let's do this. I'm going to roll a D4. This is for the scene threat level. Right now, there is no complication whatsoever. You might have like a +1 because it's cold out, because of the snow. You guys can argue that your adaptations or epic feats can help you overcome the next couple challenges. But the point is, Kieran, you can't shake the feeling like whatever eyes were behind that porcelain mask are still watching you.
Of course they would be.
So I'm going to roll this to determine how many times you're going to have to roll something to successfully get this young man to Jeffrey's chapel.
I will say though, that felt epic. That was actually that was the right call. I know you're behind the tree. Oh,
so
felt good.
You are crunching through the snow together. What's the marching order? You're going through a city, so there's a lot of eyes on you. And as long as you take to the more popular roads, you're on the outskirts right now, but ultimately you're getting closer to the center of town, which means a lot more people are going to be there. The faster you get into town, the survival odds go up, frankly.
Yeah. So given that I am adapted to civilizations, I think I should lead.
Okay. Kieran in the lead. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that works
Yeah.
for me.
And what about for you guys? Where do you want to be in the marching order? Where do you want the kid? And where do you want to be?
I think I would be in the very back
Cool.
as sort of like a covering the rear defense.
Are you wearing anything that distinguishes you as a new royalty? Like, did your attendance
Absolutely
trend? Awesome. Love it. Okay, you're just you, Firestorm. People might have talked about some like weird soldier, but I don't know that they would have the wherewithal unless they were legitimately looking for you and knew what you looked like.
I already know I stand out, so I'm not trying not to.
Right. Ophelia, where in here do you want to walk side by side with this kid? Do you want to walk behind him, in front of him? What do you think?
Yeah, I guess if if Kieran's leading and Corey's in the back, that puts me and the kid kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
And yeah, I'll
I
just walk alongside.
Okay. I do want them a little closer to me because even though I'm familiar with how to traverse cities and civilizations, I'm not the most familiar with Kael'vor yet.
No.
So it more or less it's just like I know this kid is familiar with it, so it's going to be okay, this is the direction we're going. We need to stick to busier streets for now because there are eyes on us. What's the fastest way to get to the chapel, basically?
Honestly,
and then I'll help us blend into the crowd, basically.
Honestly, if we keep going like northeast from here, just up there, he's pointing at the mountain. You guys are southwest of the mountain proper, of the volcano, the cone. But if you keep going in that direction, you're going to get there. Honestly, we're going to probably get there in the next 20, 30 minutes of walking. If we're being like careful about it, but if we're just strolling, less than 20 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, because what we're going to be doing, we're going to be trying to blend into the crowd as much as we can. We're also going to be trying to go as fast as we can, but we need to look unbothered.
Right. Okay. You're the expert, it sounds like, so you do what you got to do.
I grew up in the Mayor's Cove. It's slightly more populated than here and twice as busy.
Yeah, let's go. You bring up the Amorous Cove again, and this kid kind of gets closed off.
And it's almost sorry, just relating to my growing up experience. I
get it.
Yeah.
You guys carry on. And for the first roll, you guys are free to roll anything to give you a deeper understanding of the situation. Like, are you being pursued? Kieran seems like he's being very aware of what's happening. He's traversing well. Like, he's almost like, are you sure you haven't been here before? And like, Corey's like, I haven't been here in 70 years and I'm lost. Like, what's happening here?
And Kieran's just like, I know how to navigate big cities. What can I tell
right.
you?
But like, how do you guys push to your strengths? How do you guys want to navigate here and get him into safety?
With Kieran's shifty-eyedness going on, Corey's gonna wonder if perhaps there's like a scry spell going on with them, so he's gonna try and search magically in the area.
Cool.
I'd
Go
probably
ahead
give I'd probably give a small hand signal to Ophelia, like turn on your mind's eye.
Funny enough, that's actually what I was already planning on doing.
Okay, so Corey, are you putting in some mana into this too? Because both of you can put it up. Like you can put your emotional,
Oh yeah,
spiritual
absolutely.
sonar out. Okay.
I was gonna do the spiritual ping.
Okay. Got it. The roll to beat is 11.
I crit.
Shut up. What'd you get?
Well, I got a 10 on the dice. And then what am I was assuming I'd use
Be
aware.
aware.
It would be aware. Yeah.
So 13 plus if I'm adding mana, I don't know what bonuses that would give.
So 1 mana plus 2 to your result.
Okay, I was thinking I'd do like 3 mana. Anyways, super pass.
You crit. You crit. You super crit. Ophelia, just to make sure that we're on the same page with you, give me your roll and let me know. Micah, I'm going to put you on mute for just a second, okay?
I'm already muted.
Oh, he is muted. Okay. All right.
All right, so I rolled
Ophelia.
I rolled a 9. My aware is 4. So that's 13 plus.
What'd you pump in?
I'm gonna pump in 2 mana.
2 mana. Okay. So you both crit. With this in mind, you're looking to see if someone is scrying on you. There's not really a compatible term for this because that's a D&D kind of a spell. We're looking at some kind of magical influence designed to senses, something that amplifies a person's capacity to see or otherwise take in information. And as you are moving through the streets, escorting this orphan, this 17-year-old orphan, through the streets of Kilvor, you have a distinct impression, not just that there are eyes on you, on your group, and not just because this is the heir of House Badgermole, it's royalty. You have the sense that for whatever reason, the fact that you are interacting with this young man has put some pebbles into the cogs of a great machine. And that this young man, while you know that he was intended to be a scapegoat, the impression that these two specifically get is that, much like the scapegoat analogy from the real world that we're drawing from, it's quite possible that he was intended to be sent out to the wilderness to die. And it's not even that you can sense or see someone like giving you a side eye or anything like that. It's just, you know that there's a magical influence on this person to ensure that something happened that has not happened. You move through town. You're in about the same proximity to...
Wait.
Go ahead.
Can I... It kind of sounds like there's a magical kill switch on him. Can we rip it off? Can we...
Interesting.
I was thinking that as well.
Let's
If
do it
you guys
this way.
communicate it with me, Kieran actually is going to redouble his efforts to get them to Jeffrey as fast as possible.
Do you?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. I want it before we get anywhere. I want to see
Yeah.
if we can just astral hand, reach in there, destroy the switch.
Yeah, that's a great point. So as you're communicating, you're trying to... Kieran's saying, we gotta go. And the rest of you are like, no, shut up. We need to make sure he's good. Like, what if something bad happens because he is disconnected or not connected or connected to something bad? So let's do this. Go ahead.
Kieran's just going to pull up. Look, I get it. I understand. That's why I'm pushing to get to Jeffrey, because he knows this better than any of us.
What if the goal is... What if the destination is Jeffrey? What if he's that bum?
I doubt
Each
that.
of you guys are aware. You have your mind's eye, Ophelia. And Corey, while you don't have that spell specifically named, it's something very similar. What I'm going to give you because of your crits, I have to honor the crits. You know that there are eyes. That was a very specific function that you guys asked for, so I gave you that specific function. There's something else. like feeling the presence of a wolf on a dark night approaching your campsite. Like the feeling of a dire wolf, even a larger predator, pack hunter. That fear in your gut, in your chest, that makes the hairs on your neck stand up with a primal fear. You feel that coming off of Horseshoe here. It's not because he's guilty. It's not because he's thinking, I gotta keep facades up. This kid is open as a book with you. Your persuasion, your will roll, Kieran, really put this success forward. But the predator isn't him. It is something bigger, older, darker. And as I don't know if the three of you have this up, so I'm only telling Ophelia and Corey this. Kieran would be completely focused on, we got to get this kid to safety. We got to get this kid to safety. That obstinate streak in you is kicking in right now. So you're not tapped into this. Ophelia?
Yes, you're kind of leading me towards the answer to my question possibly being yes, but in the past, Ophelia has used kind of like a variant of Mind's Eye to see that specifically that Corey had tethers to Belgar and Nefta. Mm-hmm. Does Horseshoe, in Ophelia's mind's eye, look like he's got some kind of tether on him?
Or the corruption, because you could see that too.
Yes.
In episodes past, I'm going to remind you that Andal, Memo's character, bless Memo, we miss you. Andal and Narayan had a conversation about a member of the Bark Hollow extended family, Gary, who was confirmed to be infected. Narayan can sense the infected immediately. It's just part of who he is, how he's been engineered to function.
And he can cure it, but he doesn't always choose to.
The way he cures it is by destroying it. It's not a cure. It's not gentle. The challenge here is...
It's a more extreme version of how Kieran does it.
Yeah.
Or Firestorm's cured it too.
Yeah.
But Firestorm is much more gentle than Kieran.
What you sense in this young man, is that for all the world and for all the experiences that you have had with the infection in the Amorous Cove, the more familiar, the more recent exposure to Deadstone that you have had sits on this young man like a cloak. And as you've noticed, Kieran would not have noticed this again, but Ophelia and Corey both would have noticed that this young man was coughing repeatedly throughout your encounter with him. And as you're walking through town, and as you're starting to open up your senses, and as your eyes drift in his direction, it's really cold. Can we go?
Oh,
I agree with him. I don't want to be out here anymore.
Yeah, we're going.
Okay.
Wasn't
There
Deadstone?
doesn't seem like there's any
poisonous?
guile in him right now. There's no guile with him right now. He's not trying to deceive. What was that, Corey?
Was Deadstone just poisonous, or was it also explosive?
When you funnel magic like I have into it, it almost killed me.
I'm just wondering if I'm confusing Project Hail Mary because I just watched that last night.
So it's both. What you've noticed and what you have not heard of since is that exposure to Deadstone is actually a health concern to people like the Iron Root House Iron Root here in town. That was much earlier. That was several months for our IRL time, but in game it's been within the past couple days, right? So you haven't really thought about it, especially as you've been trying to navigate what it means to be a king. In fact, all of you have been trying to figure out what your station is now that you've just appointed a new king to his throne. but Deadstone was volatile. The minute that you funneled in destructive magic, it amplified that and multiplied that by a factor of 4. So you pumped in and essentially created 36 points of damage. 32, I think it was 32 points of damage for one explosive result.
And I almost died because of it.
Yeah, you literally had to have divine intervention. And all of that kind of compounds. Kieran, this is a memory for you, but it's irrelevant right now because these two haven't described that. You're just trying to get this kid in because you have to make the problem. You have to fix the problem. You caused this. This is your fault. This kid, his life is your fault. Ophelia and Corey, you're looking at this kid, this 17-year-old who had so much hope for his brother's return, and when he didn't come home, yes, that responsibility sits on you pretty heavy. But the fact that you're trying to help him forward into his new life, new opportunity with someone who has somewhat intimate knowledge of what it means to be exposed to Deadstone, this is probably uniquely prepared. This man is uniquely prepared to handle someone who is ill. You all, each of you now has some capacity to cure what it means to be corrupted by Deadstone influence or the influence of the Dark Tauren, whichever comes first. Because you're now realizing they are the same. Different forms, different mediums, but they are the same force that is infecting and corrupting from different angles. What you encountered, you're realizing this, Ophelia and Corey, you're realizing that at the Amorous Cove, when someone got sick, their body was mutated. But something terrifying is starting to happen here. It's no longer just about a person that comes into the town and gets exposed to these things. Yeah, they could fall physically ill, but no one's becoming a mutant freak.
But they're getting full of rage.
Their minds are going. And maybe the reason that you had your capacities work so well was because this mutation was physically based. Is it going to work the same if you try and work with the mind or the brain? How? All these questions, Ophelia and Corey, this is coming up for both of you guys. And as we start to get close to the end of our session, I'm going to have you guys roll one more time. Each of you can volunteer a roll. Go ahead.
If they tell me that it is Deadstone poisoning, just because it's a bit of an involuntary reaction, given that I know that is cause of infection, there's the smallest spark of lightning on my hand, and then but it immediately pulls back. No, I know what happened last time I hit that.
Yep.
I don't trust myself to cure him, basically.
Yeah, Ophelia probably would have, when she detected it on him, would have mentioned it like in a very quick whisper.
Yeah, same.
He's been touched by the Deadstone.
They both probably would have seen the quick flash of lightning. I can't cure that.
Deadstone. What's Deadstone?
We'll talk about it at the chapel.
Don't you worry about it.
We'll explain more when the time comes.
Okay.
Trust me, I promise. But right now, we can't.
You're gonna be just fine.
We really gotta go. We gotta go, right? Like this feels bad. You guys are freaking me out. Okay. Yeah. You're good.
Yeah, we're going.
Yeah.
Can we, as we walk, can I kind of try and see if I can do the same thing I did with other people and sense the rot and see if I can like safely burn it out?
I would say something that public would be, give me a couple minutes to kind of buffer a good response to that. I need to step out for a few minutes and I'll be back. Okay. Just give me 2 minutes.
I mean, I've got an immediate thought that I can think of. And I'll probably run this by Dale once he gets back. But the immediate thought that I've got is that maybe that'd be a good thing to show as the new king, that I can purge sickness from people. We're walking, we are moving, we are trying very hard not to draw attention to ourselves right now. B, I don't know. This is no shame towards Firestorm, but this is also one of those, like, we both know what it's like to cure it. And it takes a lot of concentration, and I don't know if we could do that while we're moving.
All right.
At least not gently.
All right.
Now, for Quarry curing it for everyone to see, I think that's a better time for that would be in open court.
No, but the thing, I'm scared of him, and he's whispering so that kid can't hear. I'm concerned with, him being detonated as it was.
I know.
I don't know what to do in this situation.
I think our best bet is to get him to Jeffrey, because Jeffrey, I don't know, we might have more experience with the infection, but Jeffrey has more experience with cleansing, probably.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He runs the chapel. He used to run the Temple of the God's Hand. He has to know.
All right. But we've got to be sure that we're ready to contain him or something if it were to happen.
Yeah.
And then when Dale gets back, I guess we'll tell him that we're going to Jeffrey.
Yeah.
Okay, so sorry.
Hey, speak of the devil.
So there are two things that actually came to mind for me that I want to run by you for his question that I think actually make a lot of sense.
Mhm.
Number one, Kieran's sitting here like, we've both cured infection before. We both know how much concentration it takes. I don't know if we can do that while we walk. Because we do still need to be quick. But number two,
Kieran's methodology would require a care and a like a stagnancy. You can't be moving. You can't. You have to focus so much energy of your mind to be able to prevent this person from being electrocuted to death. Okay,
Right.
That's the danger you pose.
Yeah, but the other thought process that I'm having is, well, maybe it is a good idea to have the king publicly show that he can cure people of this illness. Right now, where we're incognito, is probably not the time and place for it.
True. So, do you raise that? Do you tell Quarry that?
Yeah.
Do you?
And
do it
we had already
in
had that
earshot?
whole conversation as if it was actually happening, but we did still want to run it by you because you are Karma at the end.
Go
of the day.
ahead and let's do a little bit of retroactive. We're going to roll to see if he's able to hear you if you are intentionally keeping this quiet from him.
And we are.
Okay.
What stat would we roll for that? So I don't think a soul stat would apply to it, even though I do think willpower to be quiet enough would apply.
Smarts. Because this has more to do with him hearing you, senses, the complementary to senses would be smarts, and your intellect would dictate, okay, we got to say this more quietly.
Yeah.
I would also throw in a vote for Grace.
Yeah. However you
Because
guys
he's
want
trying
to
to-
flavor that,
Because
please.
he's trying to be
Just-
sneaky about it.
yeah, if you want to throw in Grace, do that.
Yeah,
So-
I'll go for Grace on that one.
Great. The total to beat is 6.
11.
11's a good roll. This kid is none the wiser. As you are sharing this information, as you're communicating, this might be a really good time. What did you guys end up deciding, Quarry? What do you think you should do to help this kid?
We're gonna take him to Jeffrey.
Okay.
We did say that we had to be prepared in case he's like a bomb to
Yeah.
defuse him or contain him.
And how do you guys have you guys discussed how you would do that?
Well, it's volatility and fire, so I can control the fire as much as possible, and then,
Classic water sphere.
yeah, Kieran can make a water sphere for sure.
Yeah. So those things in mind. I'm going to give you guys one more roll before we end the game today. And by that time, you will have either arrived at the chapel or something will happen to prevent you.
And I've got an idea to get past that.
So, you tell me how you want to handle this. You are approaching the home stretch. You're starting to come to the area of town where you're familiar. You are able to kind of, oh, we've gone in the right direction. We now know, like, this is how we get to the obsidian stairs, the path that leads to the actual palace, right? The castle, fortress. One of the things that you would recognize, too, is that this is almost a direct path. There might be a little zigzag to get there from the chapel, but you're getting into the area where you're familiar with the root and branch. You pass by there, and Ophelia he's freaking out by this time. You're kind of moving kind of quick pace, but maybe Ophelia points it out just to say, hey, let's go over here sometime. We can get you some bacon, get you some, and he's like, bacon? Seriously? And you know, Stonebrow loves a bacon.
Yeah. If you're ever feeling peckish, go over there, tell him I sent you, and to put whatever you get on my tab.
Okay, I'll do it. We'll go tonight. We'll go tomorrow. I don't know when, but we're going to go.
As we get closer to the chapel, I'm going to be on high alert just to see who's around and if it's possible to go through the front door or if it's possible to sneak around to the back door.
So hold on, one more time. You're rolling to see something?
I'm on high alert mode. I'm rolling to see, is it possible to just go right through the front door, or if we do need to sneak around, is there an easy way to do so on in a not so obvious fashion?
I don't know of many other times when this roll could become so important to the future of your campaign. But each one of you is going to pick a stat. Don't roll it yet. Tell me what you're going to roll. And then you're going to flavor it to either detect or move Horseshoe to the back end of the chapel. When you're ready, share with me the stat you plan on sharing. Or a stat you plan on using for this final roll. You're approaching. You're stepping up to that final crosswalk before you literally can look left and right. Look left, that's the chapel. On the other side of the street, home stretch, right there. Kierden, what stat are you going to be rolling?
Okay. Work with me here, because I think this flavoring is going to work out really well.
Okay.
I am going to roll will because I am saying a prayer to Akiren to help get us there.
Okay. Okay. You realize that I'm going to have to roll a d20 because you're dealing with a goddess.
I do, but
Okay.
I also know that this goddess really likes me.
Okay, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Tell you what, I'm going to roll, and I will have the result for you on the die. But I'm not going to tell you until everyone tells me, and I've already rolled everyone's die.
Okay.
So the d20 is spoken for.
As is my D10.
Okay.
Do I
Have
wait to
have your
reveal
total
mine too?
ready for me? You can send the picture if you got your picture, man.
Was it that obvious?
No, not really, man. Of course it was. What are you talking about? Okay, Ophelia, what stat are you thinking of, and what flavor do you want to give it to help the story, the goal here, help you get this kid to Jeffrey?
Well, heck, I'm not sure.
I can go in the meantime.
Yeah, what do you think?
Yeah, go for it, because I'm still trying to think.
So I'm gonna use Ron, and the way I'm doing that is I'm gonna go ahead and quickly tell my plan to the group trademark, and I'm going to go ahead in front of them, enter first, and I'm going to be just absolutely plastered drunk and making a scene and like throwing my hammer around, hitting walls.
But he's incognito.
Oh no! I still have to roll to see if someone recognizes him, guys.
I know.
Oh, no.
I mean,
Divine intervention.
we can
Is that
dishevel
what you
me,
seek?
dishevel me a bit so that I'm less recognizable.
Oh, he tells me that, and I pick up some dirt and I muddy it up with some water and just splash it in your face, cover up any crusts that would make it recognizable.
Excellent.
Okay,
Make it look
that's
like you've been
great.
rolling in the mud.
You can. I will allow you to remove 2 from the scene threat level. Right now, the threat, I have to roll with a d10 because it's matching your character's capacities. But each threat to your success here counts as 1 plus on top of the dice result. I'm letting you know because we haven't taken a chance to scope out the environment yet. You don't know the specifics, but the threat bonus is 4. There are 4 separate threats that might prevent you from getting into this place. Your roll, this bonus and roughing him up a bit, just took you down by 2.
Let's go.
Okay. Ophelia, we've given you 2 different choices. Is there any angle? And we don't even necessarily have to look at the strategy of it, but if you want to try and flavor the story a certain way, you can. If you have a strategy, let's hear it. But there's different ways you can contribute here outside of the strategic. It could just be, I want to help provide tension to the scene. I want to help complicate the scene or offer a new way to bring that threat level down. What ways do you think you might be able to do that?
Let's see. If Corey is handling the distraction and kind of keeping the attention off of Horseshoe as much as possible, I'm going to further aid in getting, like, kind of taking the attention off of him as much as I can. It will require me to drop Mind's Eye because I think we established that I cannot hold 2 spells at once.
Correct.
But I'm going to do kind of a variant on the spell that I did to conceal Nyx and I when we were cornered in the tunnels. Basically a non-detection spell.
Shut up. I didn't think about that.
That's a deep cut.
Oh, that hurts my soul, dude. Oh, I got this set up so well. Okay. I will allow you.
Basically allowing us to hide in plain sight is what I'm gonna. That's honestly what I'm just gonna call this spell, is hide in plain sight. Because that's what it is.
Because of that. Okay. I'm going to be rolling not with a d10, with a d8 instead. The scene threat level still applies, but because of the distraction and because of the creativity, it's still dropped from a 4 to a 2.
Okay.
This
So
is
now the
a
highest
D8.
they can roll is 10.
The highest I can roll will be a 10.
Alrighty.
There's not a lot more tension that we can just farm out of this, but I'm excited to tell you what happens. Who wants to go first?
Given that I am in the middle of prayer right now,
Yeah.
probably someone else.
Hey, Dale.
Micah, are you kidding me? You got my eye twitching, dude. Are you serious? I wanted this to be something crazy and you're shooting my legs out from under me. Okay. So your die, I will have you know, I rolled the D10 and got the 10. Okay. So your total was 12. It doesn't matter. You crit. You are the new king of Brule, and you are incognito at the same time. Now, there are people here. In fact, as you round the corner, Kieran has bowed himself and just closed himself in a spirit of reverence and adoration as he tries to become that stoicism incarnate that is required of a vessel of Akidin. You round the corner and you see 1, an alleyway off to the side, 2, the front steps of the chapel, 3, and as you check over your shoulder, 4 masks staring and watching the street. They do not look at you until, what do they see, Quarry?
So they see a man, well, a dwarf man, a Stonebrow man, as it were,
As it were.
limping out into the intersection. And he's going to pull out his hammer. And he's just going to smash the ground as hard as he can. And he's going to go. He's going to go. 12 years I worked for you. And you throw me out just like I'm trash. And he's going to start like wailing while he moves to the right because the chapel's to the left, right?
So the chapel will be on the right, but you can flip it to the left. Yeah. You're going to come out of the alleyway that you're on is on the left-hand side of the street, the opposite side from the chapel, and they're about 3 buildings down. So really all you need to do is get enough distraction so that the rest of the party can cross the road and go behind the other buildings. There's no other eyes that you have seen that would prevent you from getting forward.
Okay. So yeah, he's gonna start like he starts limping his way because he's got a limp, obviously, towards the left. Then, just trying to get eyes away, and he's gonna whoever is the first person to walk by him, he's gonna like grab the front of their shirt and pull him towards
they're
him.
avoiding you, but the one rando that's like, "Oh, this is a lovely day. Oh, what noise is this?" Oh!
He had his AirPods in. Oh no!
Why would you do such a thing?
He's gonna go. It's all bollocks. They don't pay enough in this city. This isn't fair to any of us. We're all gonna die. We're all gonna starve. He's gonna like shove past him.
Okay.
And he's gonna like start pointing around to everybody. And all of you are letting it happen, you cretins. And then he's gonna like he's like super slurring. He's gonna like burp and teeter a little bit.
Of course he can force a burp.
Of course he can. He's always been able to force a burp.
Anyone else caught in the crossfires? Oh, great heavens!
Oh, great heavens!
Goodness gracious.
Okay, that's wonderful. By the end of this game, I want you all to be thinking about times where you were able to apply your vice, virtue, or calling, because we're going to be giving you some experience to close off the game.
Yeah, XP.
Now, as this distraction is going, I'm actually going to do Kieran's next. You've had a moment to pray. You've had a moment to collect your thoughts. What does that sound like? Be quick because time is running out for you guys. You don't know when people are going to kind of coalesce or spot you.
It's a very, very simple prayer. And it goes something like, Akira, I know this is not your city. I know we are stuck in a place where you have less influence, but I need safe passage across this street. And I need quick passage across this street. There are those that have evil intentions for this boy, and I need to keep him safe.
You allow yourself, almost in a spirit of meditation that you were trained so well in, while you were at the monastery. You got tips. Of course you got pointers. Vaden, knowledgeable. I'm sure you would have shared some stuff in passing.
Yeah. Probably more on the way to it, given that we were only there for like 2 days.
Right. Even so, as you try and clear your mind, as you try and ground yourself in IRL, you might think of it as using your grounding chakra to get the rest of the chakras aligned, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chakras.
The feeling that you get is not neglect. It is You are capable enough. Remain fast. Steadfast. It is not even about indomitability in the spirit of Mehegemet. It is simply a reminder. Your emotions are starting to crest like a wave. But the point of Akiden is not just to allow the emotion to build and build and build until it spills over. It is to remain, even as the tide and the raging storm beat upon the stone. She does not aid you, but she has every confidence you will make it.
And you know what? That's enough. I've been super obstinate this entire time, but I did decide on what my my calling is.
Mm.
It would be Ascension, because right now that's Kieran's number one thing. He's trying to really figure out what it means to be a vessel. And so the fact that his deity trusts him and knows he's capable, that's enough.
We're going to get some actions before we finish, but for right now, I want to come back to Ophelia. Your number to beat Ophelia is a 9.
Well, I rolled a 9 on the die, plus all my modifiers.
Remind me again how you wanted to proceed.
How I want to proceed is, like I said, it's a modificate. It is a spell that I'm calling Hide in Plain Sight.
Yeah. Okay.
Essentially concealing myself and Horseshoe from all the prying eyes so that we can kind of weave through whatever crowd might be around more easily.
Yeah.
Without being seen.
Let me point something out to you. There are instances in pop culture where we are given to think that people have a deeper understanding about psychology, about crowd work, about how groups of people have their own dynamic in a public setting. Good instance would have been Captain America, the Winter Soldier. If you've seen that film, you know that as they're trying to stealthily work their way to the Apple store for reasons, besides product placement, of course, they are going down the escalator as the Hydra agents are coming up the other way.
Public
And
displays of
Natasha
affection make
pulls-
people uncomfortable.
It's that same kind of mind screw that people are trying to work with, that your magic clicks. It causes your magics to... Your magic causes the sociology, the mind, the group think that happens in a public setting. It's almost as if when we're in a massive public space, that our awareness of what's happening kind of clues into the general vicinity of those around us. So if there is an altercation, if there's a violent act, if there's a baby that falls and cries, if there's these little things that we subconsciously do, you're tapping into that right now. Hiding in plain sight is not just about cloaking you and shielding you or obscuring the visuals. It is about convincing the realm around you that you no longer exist, or at least deserve to be observed. You are just background noise.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
Kieran's prayer,
me
is
seeing
ironically
this,
enough, go ahead.
I was going to say, me seeing this and having the confidence that we'll be able to get across, I will also, as that's starting to happen and I'm starting to lose perception, say, don't move until the first group of people comes by.
So you're watching, this distraction is happening over here, and it's funny because this all works together. Corey is making a distraction, just going bonkers and being a nuisance. It's so funny to see this from your end, and you see the brilliance of it, because in such a high roll, he's causing the people to avoid this part of the street in droves. Talk about one first group. There's a wave of people that are approaching you now. None of the masks are. As this wave comes, you step forward. Ophelia, hiding in plain sight in full effect. It's covering, let's say for this spell, it'll depend on the number of people you want to obscure. I'm
I'll tell her
going
just
to
go
tell
with him and her.
Go ahead. Okay. If you're going to do that, you are trying to assign this effect to 3 people. Yourself, this young man, Horseshoe, and Kierden.
No,
You are assigning... Oh, go ahead.
To help her with her focus, Kieran saying, just the 2 of you. I
Oh.
can help with distraction further.
It was only ever going to be just the 2 of us, honestly.
Got it. If that's the case, this is going to be an expensive spell. You have tried in the past to do it, but the nature of this and the close proximity, I need this to be something more costly. You are assigning a magical effect. That magical effect is going to cost 1 mana.
Mm-hmm.
The assignment is going to cost 1 mana.
Mm-hmm.
The endurance of that, of course, is going to be 6 seconds. So if you can cross the street in 6 seconds, doable. You don't have to keep it on. But you're going to be spending 4 mana just for you guys to cross the street.
And as she's casting it, Kieran's going to put his hand on her shoulder, say good luck, and funnel 2 more points of mana into her.
Okay.
Yay!
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Just in case.
So, Firestorm is driving these people away. The first wave of people is almost here. Ophelia, Kierden, you are ready to move. Kierden, are you ready to stop or continue the distraction? What's happening before we end this?
Oh, so the way that I'm going to help continue the distraction is right as the first group comes in, I'm going to bolt up like a lightning bolt and come down right next to the Firestorm, effectively causing a sonic boom in the middle of the street.
Oh, no.
In an attempt to help disorient the masks as well.
Ooh, love that. Love that. Okay. I'm going to say, though, this is... You are now dealing with 4 individuals. Those are the threat level. We did have -2, but because of the complexity of the action and the fact that these people are trained on one person, they're not looking for the Firestorm, but they're looking for someone specific. That's going to move the difficulty up. So it's not the scene threat is not changed. The power and the threat itself has. We're dealing with a D12.
Okay.
The number to beat is only a 10.
Well, given that I am using my will for this, even without funneling mana into it, even though I am required to for the spell, I hit 12. I have 12 of them. But I am funneling all 4 of my remaining points of magic into this for a +8 additional points.
That crits, and these 4 are completely removed of thought as this boom deafens them. They skitter away in trying to escape, but you guys are Ophelia and Horseshoe. Now's the time. The crowd is here. The crowd is moving before you. If they move too far ahead, you're going to go behind them and you might risk being seen by the people trying to escape, the masks trying to escape the sonic boom. So you've got to go now. Go ahead and roll me a grace roll. I will do the same thing for Horseshoe. This is going to be a D8, kind of splitting the difference between your 2 capacities. Oh, no. Oh, my boys. Shut up. How do you rescue Horseshoe, who in the moment of his crossing, in the moment of his moving forward, descends into a coughing fit, drawing the eye of those closest and, frankly, oh, goodness, and like stepping away from him, singling him out. The spell is still active, but his cough is kind of punctuating and putting a hole through that blanket of cover that you've created for yourself in the groupthink.
Oh, shoot.
You could just move him forward, but you've got to choose something now.
Why was my first instinct that I'm also going to start coughing?
Because you're empathetic.
Yeah, that's literally my brain went also
Both of you
start
begin
coughing. So that we
coughing.
both...
Mm-hmm. You start coughing. You're fanning him. Come here, come here, come here. And as he's covering his mouth, crossing the street, you're able to successfully navigate and weave between the crowd as they give you just enough space. They're trying to get away from the freak show happening behind them. There's a sonic boom. Now there's panic. People are stampeding. You grab him, yank him into the alleyway, and just as the crowd moves, you roll back against the wall as 1, 2, 3, 4 masks sprint by without paying you mind. For the sake of time,
If I see them sprinting by, because when I land, it's like in the 3-point hero landing, because
Yeah.
I'm a bolt of lightning. I'm not affected by physics when I land. But I just stand up and I watch them flee.
Yep.
And if any of them were to turn and look at me, it's with a look that says, I know your game.
Mm.
You're playing mine.
Mm. Love it. So, for sake of brevity, you are successfully able to navigate this young man to the back door of the Chapel of the God's Hands. You're able to get inside. You're able to at least interact with Jeffrey. We might begin our next session with that interaction. But Horseshoe, for the moment, is now in the safety of a very powerful vessel of a god, not just a demigod, a full-blown deity within the realm of Eshelbel. And to see what happens next, I can't tell you how excited I am, and I can't tell you how sorry I am we have to wait for a couple more weeks.
Dun-dun.
Excellent work. This was so much fun. We've gone over, but I feel like it was warranted with as long as we've spent. Thank you again.
Mhm.
I'm going to end the stream, stick around for a little bit just so I can get some feedback, and then it'll be great. Everyone at home, thanks for watching. I have been Dale. I have portrayed Karma, and basically the world and the characters within the story. Kim over here has been portraying Ophelia Barcolo. Say bye.
Hey.
I'm pointing also. I don't know why I keep trying to point because I don't know how the layout is on your end, humble viewer. But we have Hayden, who's been portraying Kierden. Say bye, Kierden.
Goodbye, everyone. May the blessings of Akidan guide you.
And Micah, no, Micah's down here on my screen. Don't bother where I'm looking or pointing. Micah has been portraying Corey Badgermole, the Firestorm. Say bye, buddy.
Ah.
Bye. All right. Thanks so much, guys. We'll catch you next time.